I'm Corey West, Senior Product Manager here at Sustainment. We're thrilled to bring you one of our biggest releases yet. Today, I'm introducing a new parts management functionality. It's packed with the details that sourcing and procurement pros like you need to make the best decisions faster. We're talking deeper insights, smoother workflows, and all the info you need right at your fingertips so that you can keep your operations running like clockwork. Let's jump in and see what we have. All right, so we're jumping in here on our homepage. Before I get started with the parts, I do want to point out real quick that we have updated our left navigation here. We've split out our projects into sourcing and procurement to make it even easier for you to find where you want to go to get your work done. You'll see below those in our buyer section, we have our new parts library. So we'll come over here and take a look. All right, what I'm looking at now is all of the parts that I have put on either a sourcing or procurement project in our system. I'll walk you through how to create a new part here in a minute, but you can see here everything that I've got listed. If I've done a procurement project in the past, I'll see what that project was. I can see who I ordered it from and when it was last delivered. All of this is making it really easy for you to keep track of all the parts that you've created and know who your suppliers are. Let's go ahead and dive into an actual part here, and we'll see what our parts detail view looks like. Here I can see my part name, my part number, and we also have a part viewer over here. I do want to point out that you can easily get into the full screen here, and it'll show you everything you have. You can zoom in, you can scroll around. So this is a really great way for you to get in and actually look at your part, in addition to looking at all the information about your part. So looking down below, I've got the part description. Here I've got revision history. Revision history comes up a lot. Somebody orders something, it was the wrong revision, the wrong things gets built. Managing your revision history is really important. You all know that. So we're making it easy for you. Here I can see that this part has 2 different revisions. I can easily add a new revision if needed. And I can see the different files that are associated with those revisions. Later, we'll see that when you create a project, you can still order revision 1, even if there's a revision 2 in the system. We know that sometimes you need to go back and order that original. Now, down here is really where you start to see how it all ties together. Here's my project history. I can easily see that in Sustainment, I have run 3 sourcing projects. I can see the average amount of quotes. I can see the people that were on the project. I can even easily click here and get access to all of the quotes that came in. So it's a great place for me to review everywhere in the system that this has shown up on a sourcing project. Similarly, for procurement projects, you can see here I worked with TX Welding. They built me revision number 2. Here was the cost. Here was the last delivery date. And I have access to that PO there. So all of this information is right here at your fingertips. Let's go back to our home page, our parts page, and I will show you what it looks like to create a new part. So it's pretty straightforward. All you got to do is add a part file. So one second here while I pull up my parts. All right, and you can see now that we've got some loading going on. Actually, behind the scene, our AI agent is looking at this parts file, and it is going to look at the geometry, it's going to look at the dimensions, it's going to look at everything on this part and generate a description for me. This is really great for those of you that don't have quite as much familiarity with the part, or you just don't want to have to go in and write the thing on your own. But now this pulls out, an example here that this is made with 6061 aluminum. There's an anodized finished. We've got some different holes here. There's some burrs that need to get knocked off. So lots of really great info here. You can see this one already exists, so I won't make it again, but we're using our AI to make it easy for you to generate these descriptions that will give suppliers all of the information that they need to make this part. Okay, so from here, let's go ahead and show you what it looks like when I create a project here. I'm going to select these 2. I see that I previously purchased them from TX Welding. So let's go ahead and make a procurement project. And you can see down below that these parts are automatically added. All I've got to do now is come in and update my quantities. And then I can finish filling out the project later, but that's all I've got to do. It's as easy as that to order new parts. If I forgot one, I can always come in here and add straight through my part library. These files, again, automatically attach, and those are going to go out to your supplier. I'm going to flip over and show you what it looks like when the supplier gets an email. They'll get something that looks like this, assuming that you've picked that you want to send your parts as part of the email. You can always require the login if you want to be a little more secure. But assuming you send his email, you'll see here that I get a description with the part, with the quantity, everything I need to know as a supplier about this, I'll have straight to my inbox even without having to log in. If I were to log in, I'll jump over to what this looks like in our system and show you here our supplier view. So we'll open up this. Similar to what we have in our email, I'm going to have all the information about the project, and down here below, I've got all the information about the part. Again, this description is something that you can either let our AI fill out for you or you can put in yourself, but it's all the information that I need to know if I can do this. Sometimes you don't want to have to actually pull open the file if you know there's some process you can't do or something that you just can't handle. It's great to put that info straight up there. It's going to help you get more quotes and work more cleanly with your suppliers. All right, well, that's our parts library. We would love for you guys to dive in, play around, and let us know what you think. As always, thanks for being a part of our community and tuning in.